Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Samvad. We have Reshmi Singh today, who's a
Good evening,
teacher.
Dr. Malhar. Good
Hi,
evening.
hi. Good to
Nice
see
to meet
you.
you.
Good to see you active on the athlete groups also.
Yeah, you are such a huge
No,
motivator.
I do nothing. I'm Cardi Master.
As an EA, you are such, because
No,
of you, we are like, yeah, early morning when you get up, you think about exercise first.
no, it's all because of the group. No, it's all good fun. But I was reading about your journey and I saw the slides that you sent, and maybe you'd want to run us through it.
Yeah, shall I share?
Yeah, you can share. How fun. So people get an idea, of
Yeah,
what your journey's been like.
yeah. So I joined um, in December, the month of
Mm.
December 21. And this,
Just click the slideshow button there down there on the right.
okay.
Yeah.
So this is what it is. I started
Mm,
with the weight of
mm.
75.3, and I think within 3.5 months I was 57.5.
Yep. 3.5 months.
Yeah, only 3.5 months with the basic exercises that were taught during that time.
So what you thought? You thought it was the diet or it was the exercise? What? And how many years before this had you been at it, like trying to lose weight? And what all have you been trying over the years?
Always I have been trying, because I'm like from childhood I'm very plump.
Mm,
And I used to try a lot of diets, crash diet. Sometimes I'm going to gym a lot, sometimes I won't go to gym. So there was no consistency. I don't know how, but I was very indisciplined person till now.
mm.
Due
We
to
use a lot of labels. That's one of the key treatment facets in obesity. People use a lot of labels. वो खुद में इतने judgments बना के रखे रहते हैं ना कि I am like this, I am like that. It just sometimes it's not about it's not all this. You just need someone to pat you on the back.
correct.
So and show you a little direction. But that shows an incredible weight loss. If you see. So what was you on the left side? 75. And how old are you?
I am 47 years young, according to
Okay.
Dr. Pramod Tripathi.
Absolutely. Good. You corrected me also. So 47 is good. And I mean, how's been the overall weight journey? I mean, post marriage and things like that. Has there been a weight gain suddenly or was it steady?
No, what happened is when I was in college and all, my weight was good, around what I am right now. So after I got married, and I went to Switzerland and stayed there for 6 years, and there I gained a lot of weight. So it was like 72, 73.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I conceived my first child, it was in 2005. Um, my weight was 80 kilo, and I was 85 when I delivered my first child in 2005. And that time I got gestational diabetes.
Okay. So in 2005 was when the first diabetes diagnosis
Yeah, I
happened.
was given in the 7th month. They asked me to drink that glucose liquid over there, and my HbA1c came to 12. And
Okay.
my doctor, Dr. Bruckner, she was a French lady. She called me that come and get admitted right now. And she started with all insulin and everything. She taught me how to prick myself and take the readings and everything. So that's how I got my gestational diabetes, and it continued till I breastfed my baby, and after that, somehow I was free from diabetes when my child was 2 years old. So then again, when I came back to India in 2009, I delivered my younger son. During that time, I was very much highly diabetic, too much stress with a small 5-year-old to run here and there. And then that time here in India, they said that there is no escape. Now you have to be on medicine.
You've been on medicines for how long now?
12 years.
Okay. Anything specific you've been taking?
What happened is the doctors put me on glycomet, what it's called?
Metformin. Yeah, metformin.
they put me on that, saying that you have 2 sons, you have to take care of your children, so it's better you stay on medication and diet and exercise. So I always tried to do a lot of exercise, running or going to gym, yoga, something or the other I tried, and I was about to maintain 6.4, 6.5 HbA1c. Weights were fluctuating. Sometimes I will lose 10 kgs, and within 6 months again I will gain back 6 kgs, add it up. So it was like that. And then finally what happened is the COVID situation came. And during that time, like, you can't go out, you can't jog out, you can't go to gym or anything. And I'm very outdoor person and I don't like to work out inside the house. So I got a lot of demotivation and I stopped exercising at home. Even my husband couldn't motivate me, who is a regular yoga person. For whole life I'm seeing him like that, but I couldn't that couldn't also teach me a lesson that I should practice. No. And I could whatever was told and not to eat, like chocolates or ice cream or anything fried food, I was gorging on them. And then finally I got those fatty liver, too much stomach ache and everything, and I landed up in hospital with CT scan, this that. And then they found out that I have fatty liver, and then they said that I'm getting allergic to this medicine, so they will stop metformin, and they started with glimepiride, if you know. Yeah, they started with that, and again I started putting on a lot of weight, more weight with that. Yeah. So I was only asked by my husband all these 12 years, can you stop the medication? Will you stop the medication? So I used to ask him, who is going to guide me? Do I have any guidance how to stop the medication? Because I was very afraid. Both my parents were diabetic. So I've lost my mom when I was 10-year-old. She had cancer. And my dad has bypass and everything. So I've been always told that you are at high risk because both of your parents are diabetic. So there was always a fear back in my mind that there shouldn't happen something wrong. My child, I have 2 children. So I didn't knew where to go, what to do. And I'm nowhere much on social media. So I had no idea about FFD from anywhere. Okay. Yeah. So what happened is my husband recently during COVID times, he changed his job and his head office is in Pune.
You can stop sharing, Reshmi, while you're sharing, no? While you're speaking. It's all good. You can just stop it for a second.
Yeah. So maybe I'll leave this or I should
stop? You can stop sharing because, people have got an idea of, the journey. Yeah. So you said your husband came to Pune.
Yeah, he didn't go to Pune as he's in software. He started working from home. And then what happened in the month of November 2021, he got a mail from his office, Persistence. He works for Persistence. So he got a mail from office which was asking about a webinar conducted by FFD. So he just called me that Reshmi, come and check out. Do you want to attend this webinar? So when I read that and I said, yes, definitely. And that is the point from where I got attached to FFD. I attended the webinar. Dr. Pramod was there. I think you were also there. It's a 2-hour webinar. That gave me a very clear idea and I started feeling that, yes, I'm connected to this. I think I can do it. It came in my mind and immediately I enrolled. I think that day itself.
And what do you think was this is one of the questions that we keep solving in when we try and discuss of, how do most people don't join, or you were motivated. You were looking for a solution. Most people are not really looking for a solution. They have tablets and, they carry on, and when they see something, they get a lot of hesitation, because there's so much skepticism built in over the years that nahi, ye aise hota nahi hai, ye sirf, kuch scheme hai, ya, aise kuch. So, because they've got used to taking medicines and weight loss. So there's a lot of, resistance. And then, of course, sometimes people believe it's too hard. Some people believe, nahi, main kar chuki hu 4-5 baar aisa, fir se aa jata hai. So for you, what was that tipping point decision that said, this feels right? What was it about us that made you feel in that 2 hours कि नहीं ये सही लोग है.
Yeah, because when Dr. Pramod Tripathi explained that how we are like grown the resistance towards insulin. We are having enough insulin, but we are unable to use it. And then how you explain that all this sedentary lifestyle and not exercising, that matters a lot. So I was able to understand almost everything, because somehow in the back of my mind, I know what you all are telling me, but I was unable to practice it because there was no guidance, someone to hold my hand and make me walk step ahead. So that actually happened. And that's why whenever I tell someone, I convince many people to join, and I tell them, I see what you told. They say that क्या होगा, फिर ठीक हो जाएगा, उसके बाद क्या होगा, फिर हम खाएंगे, फिर हो जाएगा. So there many people say that I think I have joined many programs like this, but we didn't get result. So it takes a lot of patience to make them understand. And I say, see the live example. And it's actually, it's your lifestyle. You have to bring a new change, new transformation, and you will start enjoying this life. At least try to walk on that path, and you can see the results. And once you see the results, I think that's the biggest motivation, Dr. Mohan.
Yeah. So what was your initial, so, we usually we try to build in parts of the program where a person remains sort of hooked on the path, because results are बहुत fast आ जाते हैं. We know that in the first month 3-4 kgs ऐसे ही कम हो जाता है, फिर धीरे धीरे दवाई कम हो जाता है. So we know these triggers are there, but at what point did you realize that it's not just numbers?
Yeah. मुझे सबसे मोटिवेशन एंड इंस्पायरिंग लगा जब मेरा मेडिकेशंस जल्दी बंद हो गया. I can't tell you, it just stopped within 21 days. So when the medication stopped, it gave me a huge bounce from inside that I think I can do it, and I want to do this, and it should be my whole life's motto to stick to such exercises, such diet, and enjoy it. And also I'm going little out of track, but it's important to mention Dr. Neil Bradman, right?
Barnard, yeah.
Barnard, yeah. Even his books, I love to read books a lot. So I have purchased a lot of books referred by Dr.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So those books, and also the videos of Jason Fung.
Wonderful. The fasting, intermittent fasting videos.
Yeah.
Wonderful people, yes.
Very much. They have helped me like anything. I understood well. And even exercise, I'm religiously following what you told. Those you started with resistance band early morning. I have to get up and do that. I still remember. All that I've religiously done, never stopped. Only this right now, I traveled just for a week to Uttarakhand. I was feeling very guilty when I couldn't do the exercise every day. But then
you've gone from insulin resistance to resistance band.
Yeah. And when I started the exercise, Dr. Malhar, in the beginning, I couldn't bend down. My whole body was so rigid. It was not easy to, right now, today only I did 3 minutes plank thrice. I was so happy that time I couldn't sustain for few seconds. I couldn't do the plank in the beginning. Not at all. So this was my
core strength has increased. So what's your 3-2-1 now?
3-2-1 right now, Dr. Malhar, it's 3 is yoga, 2 is strength, and 1 is cardio. But I think I'm thinking of changing it into 3 muscle training and 2 yoga and 1 cardio, because lost a lot of weight. So I think I have to focus on muscle building.
And what's your poison in the cardio? Which is your chosen cardio?
I love running, so I go for running.
Fantastic. And you've set some benchmark now in your mind for running?
Yes, I want to. I think I want to run on the elevation. Mostly, I want to run on elevated part, and I want to increase it. It's not much till now. 5 kilometers is the max till now I have ran. So I have to increase
That's
it.
okay. only an FFDN says only 5 kilometers I have run. It's okay. We have people who cycle 50, only 50 kilometers I have cycled. So there are people on those groups who say, I have only done 100 kilometers this week. So that these absurd numbers are only here. They're all 55, 60-year-old athletes who keep saying, this week I've only done only six days of exercise.
It's very motivating. So many people in the legend group, they are so
100 kilometers cycling and whatnot. So no, it's a very good community now. I think people have realized that to become non-diabetic, you have to become athletic. It's non-negotiable. And again, but I think they put the cart before the horse. They exercise before they diet, which is the wrong sequence, no? Which you must have realized now.
Yeah.
That was you were exercising a lot, but the diet was not happening, right?
That is also not giving the proper result. There should be a combination.
Yeah. Good. And give us your nuggets. What were the key 3 things you would tell people to start doing today? Yeah. Let's say, we tell people now that FFDNs go to parks not to do exercise, but to find somebody. We call it the koi mil gaya syndrome. Koi mil gaya और उसको बताना चालू किया. क्या आपको बोलते हैं ना क्या आपके टूथपेस्ट में नमक है वो वैसे कोई मिला क्या आपको डायबिटीज है and then you start.
जैसे ही सुनती हूँ कि आपको डायबिटीज है just join FFD.
नहीं वो फिर वो कोई मिल गया चालू हो जाता है लेक्चर चालू हो जाता है.
I just share few of the important YouTube links to them. You watch this. And then I just explain because the protocol is the protocol of FFD, the diet and exercise and inner transformation. All the 3, this combination is amazing actually, and it provides a very beautiful result. Results are in front. All the samvads, people can see that what a transformation. People are getting a newer you. So the exercise and the diet both is very important. And the first 3 months, they have to be very, very sincere about it. The first 3 months, one should not be dishonest towards the protocol.
What was your HbA1c when you joined?
When I joined, it was 8.
But and with Glycemic?
Yeah.
And metformin or only one?
Only Glycemic.
And then when you came down after 3 months?
Yeah, within 3 months, it was 5.9.
My God, that's awesome. But that's good. So you literally came into non-diabetic category.
Yes, and I'm also trying the glycemic ladder test.
Oh, you're trying the ladder. Wonderful. Which week have you reached?
Every Sunday. This is my 8th week is over.
Wow. For those people who are watching and they don't know what the glycemic ladder it is, we want people to clear GTT, so they have to have 75 grams of glucose, which I think you had first time in pregnancy. So you're full circle now. So they had it. So we want people to clear the glucose tolerance test, but to do that, we don't directly want them to have 75 grams. We want them to start from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then over 8 to 10 weeks, slowly reach, that number. But you'll get there.
I think last Sunday I had this 15 gram of glucose. Yeah.
Your fasting was pretty high, if I'm not mistaken. What I saw the number on that chart.
178.
Yeah, that's quite high. And now it's settled down somewhere?
Can I tell you what is my fasting right now? It's 85.
That's incredible, no?
Yeah. Every morning it's 85 and 86 like that. And my after eating food, the PPs are always within 130, 135.
That's good. Good. So you managed. Tell me one thing. What was the part that you first time heard? I'm sure you did all your YouTube research before you joined. What did you find that you thought would be very difficult, but actually turned out to be very easy?
Can I tell you, Dr. Malhar, I never had this perspective that anything is difficult in my life. Okay.
Yeah, then you're lucky. You've been blessed with perspective.
No, I always think that yes, I will do it, and determination is both high. Somehow I was not getting the proper. I will tell you, FFD. Somehow connecting to Dr. Pramod and Dr. Malhar has been a very big blessing for me. I'm always ever grateful for that.
No, don't be silly. We're all living out our karma, and you're living out yours as a teacher, and May you have many, many more years and many more
All my
students.
students are watching live stream right now. They're
Yeah.
so excited. I said, every day you see me, what do you want to see? No, ma'am, we want to see you.
Another 40, 50 years more of teaching and,
Yeah.
transforming those lives. Now I'm sure you'll inspire them with health also.
Yeah, I do that. I already do that. I inspire my children. Actually, the younger one inspires me. He's a sportive person. Just how you do, even after your fractured leg, how you swam and everything. He keeps on seeing. So younger one motivates me. My elder one, I have to be after him. I'm afraid he should not get diabetes.
Yes, that's that. As we have a saying in lifestyle medicine, the genes load the gun, but the lifestyle pulls the trigger.
Yeah.
So if the genes are loaded, then the lifestyle 40% is already at risk. So that lifestyle has to be. I think you shouldn't take him to Switzerland. Maybe that is what will trigger it.
I think he's also very aware right now. He's very much surprised to see the transformation that happened with me. So he also started following the food habits a bit. He has become conscious now. He asks for little portion. All those are very big changes I'm seeing in a foodie son. Yeah.
It's these small changes that, like, if you read something like Atomic Habits, the book, he talks about this only. He says just make 2%, 3% changes and they produce 100% results. But we keep trying to make 100% changes. So, and that's difficult, but it's good. I think really good to have you on the channel. Keep inspiring. And I believe, there will be a before Rashmi and an after Rashmi phase in the family, so the kind of change you have brought.
I wanted to share you also that I have started working as a mentor and with FFT, and also I have got a training from inner transformation expert Mayurika for facilitator, inner transformation facilitator for the Thane FFT club. Yeah.
So for all the people who are watching, this is what we call there's a Maslow's pyramid where people go from roti kapada makan to finally being the best they can be. It's a pyramid, so in FFD also we have a pyramid of the diabetes reversal journey. So initially people reverse themselves, then they focus on their family, then they focus on them self-actualization, like exercise, they'll set goals, they'll do aggressive things. But after all this now, फिर भी खाली लगता है. Because अपना culture ऐसा है कि नहीं दो जन को तो और बोल तो दूं. So then they start telling people because you feel guilty with all this knowledge. But then when you reach the top of the pyramid is when you actually start allocating time in your day to handhold somebody else. Okay, you know what? I know you're confused about certain things, but just call me anytime. Now that liberates the soul. Till then it's only physical. It's mental, it's logical, it's intellectual. But to get to that soul level, now we find that people who actually climb the entire peak, for them, the reversal, people keep asking us, is it permanent? Is it permanent? We say permanence is as much as you contribute to other. When you make it social, then it adds a lot of meaning to life. And you can see yourself doing it for many years. But it's a very deep concept and, you have that depth in you. So, I'm sure you'll, for many more years, there'll be a lot more souls who will be liberated on your words,
Yes, and that gives a huge satisfaction, actually.
This adds meaning also. Okay, Reshmi, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mala sir. I'll just call my younger son.
Oh, yes.
Come and say hello to you. Please come, my motivator. Come on. It's over. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good to see you. So what sport do you play, you said?
I play basketball, mostly.
Wow. Excellent. And you enjoy? How's mom's transformation has surprised you?
Yes, a lot. In Diwali, she was now in Diwali, like most of her clothes were like fitting, and then now like she has to alter it and all. So it's very surprising.
It's really nice. She's good. So you're getting her a new wardrobe?
Yeah, actually now though everyone has refused to do any alteration. I'm really changing my wardrobe.
And clothes donation is part of our program. all the old clothes. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Chalo, Rashmi. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you. Bye. And bye to all of you watching. See you all next time.